The mainstream political parties are tonight assessing their mixed fortunes after an historic victory for Ukip in the European elections. Here in the West Midlands, they came top of the polls, securing 3 new MEPs.
Well, the biggest losers of the night were the Liberal Democrats, who lost their only seat. Our reporter Nancy Cole's been looking at the political picture for the region and, by golly, significant gains for Ukip.
Yeah, Nigel Farage has been talking about a Ukip army on the march, and by George, he really has achieved it here in the West Midlands. Ukip has seen a big jump in their share of the vote compared to the last time these elections were held. Now, Labour came in at second place, the Conservatives were bumped down to third, and as you said, the Lib Dems were really nowhere to be seen. They lost their only seat. And that's led many calls for party leader Nick Clegg to consider his position. We've spoken to Matthew Hulbert, a local Lib Dem councillor at Hinckley and Bosworth, and asked him, is it time for Clegg to go?
I'm not calling for him to go. I'm calling for him and others at the top of the party, our MPs, our ministers, the staff of the party, to look again at the message we've been putting out.
So, Nancy, do people in the West Midlands really understand what Ukip is all about?
Well, we all know they want us to leave Europe, and they say they'll work towards doing that in the European Parliament. Now, some people believe that they've been using Ukip as a protest vote, with some disillusioned with the traditional parties. But this success is most certainly a wake-up call for the main three. Now, Ukip insists they're a grown-up party and they value the faith that's been placed in them. And they now have 3 MEPs raring to go, including Jill Seymour, who's been a Ukip member for 13 years. She says she's delighted to represent the region in Brussels.
Over the next term, the 5 years, I want to make sure that the general public in the West Midlands actually understand what the EU is about, how it affects their lives, how the European Commissioners are the ones that actually make those decisions, not the MEPs and not those in Westminster.
So there you have it, 3 seats in Brussels. The question is, how will they do in Westminster next year?
The big question. Thank you, Nancy.